Hi there. Just listen in as we talk to Carrie Smith, our real estate partner, on the state of the current housing market and how you can take advantage of it.
You wanted to know about me and what I do. Well, I mean, you guys know me. But you know that I'm a certified luxury home marketing specialist. I happen to be the only one in Terre Haute, Indiana, and I'm a guild member, which means that I've sold over $1 million properties a few times in this area. So that's cool. And then senior real estate specialist. So seniors real estate specialist, SRES. And that just means that I have learned how to help and manage people, or help them navigate with the people that they're going to be working with. So there's a lot more things that go into it when you're talking about estates and attorneys and maybe wills or revocable trust or non-revocable trust, knowing the meaning and knowing the people that connect with that. And then I know John with Caring Transitions, because he helps seniors and you guys help seniors, so we all just kind of work together, and I think we do that well. So yeah. And then I just added one on that's a sellers residential specialist. So I really enjoy working with sellers. So that's my specialty. So that's that. And I work at Gibson Real Estate, but it's I'm talking.
Gibson, that's right.
So yeah, you want to hop right into the housing market. Is that the interest rates are so low. They're not as low as they were last year, but they're still historically low. So everybody can probably remember that when they were in the 80s and it was 18% or 17%, and then it dropped down to 13%. And so now when we're talking about 2.5 for a 15-year term or 3.5 for a 30-year mortgage, it's still pretty low from 18, so it's So that's one part of it. And then we have low inventory. And it is almost like going to the store and just seeing, during COVID, you went to the store and there was no toilet paper. It's almost the same. There's no houses. And so people are frantically looking for houses. And so of course that's going to drive the price, and it's going to drive the amount of buyers that are, searching for the house. And so although houses are already overinflated with their price, then you still have 9 people or 12 people or 20 people lined up out the door. And so you're going to have, over asking even in this market.
Yeah.
In Terre Haute.
One of the things that I'm going to interject, because in the past I've heard a lot of our clientele feel like there's just, you have to sell in the spring and that's it. I mean, has that changed because of the condition of the market too?
It has. You can sell your house at any time right now.
Yeah.
It truly does not matter.
Okay.
So people are waiting, to find the house that they want. And a lot of times people are making adjustments. They might have 20 things on the checklist or 10 things on the checklist, and they're okay if they meet 7 to 8, and they're compromising a little bit more. And they're also at a point where the possession date isn't as important. As long as they know they have something secured, they're willing to wait a little bit more. I've recently had one where they had given possession for 90 days after closing, and so that's very rare in a normal market, but this is definitely an abnormal market for our area and the whole United States.
So throw all those random rules out the window, or
our normal rules are out the window, and we've learned to navigate the crazy, but it's good to adapt, and it's good to change. And so I love it because it's keeping me on my toes, and you got to stay in it, and you got to know how to handle it, so I know when I'm writing an offer, what am I up against? It's not normal. It's not a normal offer. I can't let the client wait I'll go. If my client can't go, I'm there, and I'm videoing it for them, and I'm still putting them in the house, even if they can't be, if they're at work or things like that. So the low inventory pushes the price up, for sure. No doubt about that. And I think I have on here somewhere where, just go over some data. If we're talking about Vigo County residential properties from this year, from January 1 to yesterday, there have been 515 units sold. Only 515, so that's pretty low. And then there's 180 pendings, and there's only 108 active listings as of yesterday. And that's all the way from 5,000 all the way to 1.3 million. That's the range of houses that we have to offer. But if you go into what somebody's budget is, then that range would narrow, very slim. Maybe sometimes 2 to 3 houses available only, or, and And if it's a good house and it's priced right in a great location, it's already gone. So, there'll be lots of people lined up. And so like people ask me all the time, like, what's driving the lack of listings? And so homeowners, that they worry, where do I have a place to go? Like Rebecca said, oh, it would be great, I could probably sell my house right now, but I won't have a place to go. So it's good that people that would be coming here, they already have a place that's secure and open and available to them, and they can even custom make it what they want. That's really cool because you get new. It's essentially a new space for you. And that's nice. But so a lot of times people want to sell and they want to capitalize on the market, but they can't because they don't know where to go. So that kind of shifts it. And then people that are moving into town, or people that are in the spot where they're trying to upsize or they're trying to downsize, there are no rentals available because in all areas they're very few and far between. We used to call over to Heritage Trail or Sycamore Terrace or Cobblestone, and you're just sign a lease and you can move in the next day. Well, it's not like that now because they're full. So there's multiple reasons there, but so if you have some family to move into, you can sell your house.
Yeah. But like those people coming into town who maybe have new jobs to teaching at ISU or whatever, have no place to go right now.
Yes. I actually just helped someone moving in to teach at a university here, and they are frantic because they start in the fall and there was no rentals available, and they have 3 dogs, and so it was going to be very difficult. So it was good that we could navigate a purchase agreement and win that scenario for them. So that worked out well. But that's happening to a lot of people. So
Have you noticed? Is there more people coming from out of state into Indiana, or is it just really just people here in Terre Haute just looking for different houses?
Both.
Yeah,
we are getting some new industry in Terre Haute, so that's exciting. Now we just need some more houses. So, and I think there's people in the background working on that kind of stuff too. So that's fun. And then the lack of listings, also the coronavirus during 2020. Of course, there were folks that did want to move, but they didn't know how to go through that process or what that might look like, and so they just kind of stalled their thought process, and just that whole fear of it, and then they could hop in at any moment, but then it goes back to the point one of they don't have a place to go. Right. So if Westminster is an option, it would be good. So I had recently attended an appraiser meeting where the appraisers got up and talked to all the agents that wanted to show up for the luncheon, and they gave about an hour presentation, and what they said was there are indicators of a housing bubble, and someone said no one wants to say it, but that's truly what it is. And so yes, it is a housing bubble, and I was like, yes, thank you, somebody said it publicly. And that's great, but it will eventually burst, and it has to. I mean, we just can't sustain these prices, and I'm thrilled for Terre Haute for the average price to go up, but it can't sustain it forever. And we're starting to see the appraisals to where they the price is so high, and then the appraiser calls it that it's not actually that high, and that's a gray area because it's one person's opinion, but then again you've got 5 to 10 offers and everyone's offering that. Well, that truly is your appraised value.
Right.
So, I mean, that truly is your market value. So the appraisal should have reflected all those multiple offers because the market was saying that this truly is what is everyone's offering around the same point. So that's that. So those are things that we're navigating right now.
Right. And trying to make sure your seller still gets that.
Yeah, you want them to get the highest dollar for
sure.
There's a few steps you got to do in between, but yeah, you definitely want to fight for them to get the most money. So I say go for it. But what the housing bubble means for you, or if you're thinking about it, or you're thinking about it, or anyone, is that you're obviously going to make a lot of money right now. It just seems to continually go up. The prices each month is just going up. So we just thought eventually it has to stop and it's going to go down, but it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So each month. And so I could give you lots of examples on why I think that and why I'm saying that, but one short one is that I sold a house yesterday and for XYZ amount of money, and then when they went to close, there was a house that listed across the street and it was $15,000 more. So,
wow.
And it was smaller than the one that they just purchased. So it's still going up, and that's a 30-day
That's
30-day
crazy.
difference there. So, so,
Mm-hmm.
so, and I'm just giving you Vigo County data. I'm not. But so what it is for Vigo County in 2020, the whole year from January 1 to December 31st of 2020, we sold 1,312 houses, residential houses, not condos or multifamily, but just residential single-family homes. The average day on the market was 35. So that's where that house that sat for 450 days and the houses that sold in 3 minutes or a day, they balance each other out. So 35 is a very low number, because I've given this presentation here before a few years ago, and that number might have been 68 or 49 or something like that. But we have drastically reduced the days on the market. But good news is that this year, our home value in Vigo County, I know your card that you sent out said something different, but that was a whole different write-up just for Vigo County from 2020 to the data we have to as of yesterday, 2021. It's went up. Home prices have went up 8.3%.
Total. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Even better.
So you guys interested to know like what your house is worth or what you do to like maximize your house price?
Yes. Tell us more.
Well, yeah, you gotta have a consultation with me, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because I think that is the next. If somebody is sitting at home and thinking, okay, well, I'm going to take advantage of this. I want to get more money out of my home, but I look around and what do I have to do to it to get it, or.
Yeah, that's like a joy for me, is to come and help you do that. And I mean, it truly is. And I physically have to see the space, to know price value. And I have to see, because I know what the buyers are looking for. I have that buyer eye for my sellers. So, yeah. And then, that I have the simple sale plan and the marketing plan, and can go over that with the company that I own. It's called Stagecoach. So if somebody just wanted to walk away from their house, I would buy it, or if they want to put it on the market. So we talk about that, look at the current condition of their home and things like that, and their goals. And so that's great. And then the decluttering, I have a whole thing on that. And the downsizing bit, we can chat and we can go through what they want to keep and what they don't.
And all of that is just part of a consultation that when you come into the home.
Yeah.
Are you finding that because of the demand for homes right now, that people are getting away with doing less and being able to still sell it at that same price? Like, maybe I don't have to put on that roof. Maybe I don't have to pull up this carpet. Maybe, is that?
Yeah, so price is a factor on all of it. You might not get like top dollar move-in ready HGTV type home prices, but yes, so people are not being as picky. And so, so we'll talk about like roof, and the mechanical is like the HVAC system and the water heater and things like that, and things that they've updated and done, because that does add value or desirability. So, yeah. But no, you don't have to do as much. So like if you're thinking you have to redo your landscaping, probably not.
Throw a little mulch on it, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because that's another one I think that stresses people out, is what am I going to have to do to it now, or.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, it sounds like really everybody's situation is different. Every person is different. Every house is different. So, having a consultation is like the most important next step, and just to gather information, even if they're not ready to list at that moment.
Yeah. Find out their goals, and find out a way to make their dreams become realities. Yeah. My slogan is "I work for you," and that that is the deal. I truly work for that individual one at a time. So.
Awesome.
Okay.
We're so glad. Well, we're happy to have you as a partner. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
And thanks for sharing what's going on today. I mean, it really, because of the not having a place to go factor that's happening right now, retirees, older adults who are 55 and older can potentially move to Westminster Village are the ideal people to be listing their homes. They are the ones who can benefit completely from this market.
Right.
It's in that, and it's not going to last long, right? So